flow paints everything amber and rose. No hurry to catch the last light before it goes. I keep walking forward, no destination in sight. Just the next breath, the next step, the next quiet delight. No finish line waiting, no banner to cross, no voice in my head saying enough, that's the cost. The path keeps unfolding, wide under my feet, and I meet every inch with the same open beat. I used to think endings were proof I had won. Now I see there's no end, just the going on. And I keep going, open, hands loose at my sides, heart wide to the sky. No clenching the future, no grip on the why, just moving through moments that live and then die. And I keep going, open, the world doesn't ask me to prove or explain, it simply keeps turning again and again. And I turn with it too, in softness and grace. And I keep going, open, in place. A breeze lifts my hair, carries scent of far rain. I don't chase the smell, don't try to contain. It passes right through me, leaves something behind. A quiet reminder, nothing's left undefined. The sky stays enormous, the ground stays the same, and I stay in between, without need for a name. Whatever arrives next, joy, shadow or none, I'll greet it the same way. Hello, here I come. No tension to carry, no story to close, just the gentle continuing wherever it goes. And I keep going, open, no armor, no map, no weight on my back. The road isn't cruel, the road isn't black, it's only the space where the heart can unpack. And I keep going, open, through seasons that shift, through light and through shade, through questions unanswered, through promises made. I don't need to arrive, I just need to stay. Was a race to some final bright shore, but the shore keeps receding, and still I want more. Not more things, not more winds, not more proof in my hand, just more of this walking, more of this land, more of the open, more of the air, more of the knowing that nothing's unfair. When you stop fighting time, when you stop fighting space, you find the whole journey was always this grace. And I keep going, open, carrying nothing but this quiet yes to whatever tomorrow decides to express. No bracing, no guarding, no need to impress. And I keep going, open, the stillness inside travels out to the edge, where the path meets the sky on a soft golden ledge. And there's no final chord, just the promise instead that I keep going, open, forever ahead. Erased a map every turn before I left the room. Chart the weather, rehearse the lines, seal the tune of not knowing, because not knowing felt like falling. Now the unknown just stands there quietly calling. No blueprint in my pocket, no exit plan drawn. Just a question mark blooming at dawn. Control promised safety, but it built taller walls. Curiosity whispers, what if we walk through them all? Curiosity over control, let the answer arrive when it wants to show. No forcing the shape, no demanding the why, just eyes wide open under the same sky. Curiosity over control, I choose the wonder, I let the rest go. The world doesn't know me, a finished scroll, it just keeps unfolding, soft and slow. I ask the river why it bends this way. It doesn't answer, it just moves and stays. A leaf falls without reason, lands where it lands, and somehow that's perfect, held in open hands. I used to chase certainty like it was gold. Now I chase nothing, and the story's still told. The mind wants a script, the heart wants to play. Today I side with the heart, come what may. Curiosity over control, trading the grip for the space to grow. No need to predict, no fear in the bend, just meeting each moment like meeting a friend. Curiosity over control, I'm not lost, I'm listening, that's all. The questions are lanterns lighting the hall where wonder is waiting, patient and tall. They said surrender was weakness, giving in, but letting go feels like finally beginning to trust that the path knows more than I do, and the beauty lives in the not knowing too. Curiosity over control, I release the wheel, let the current roll. No map can hold what the soul wants to see. The mystery's kinder than certainty. Curiosity over control, and if tomorrow changes the view, I'll meet it the same way. Curious, true, open, alive, and gently new. Curiosity over control, just wondering, just here. I turn onto the road that wasn't on the chart. No memory of turns, no echo in my heart. The signposts are missing, the pavement gives way to dirt that's still damp from yesterday's rain. Feet meet the ground like they've walked it before, even though logic says never, not once, never more. The shoulders relax where they used to draw tight. bracing for potholes, no scanning for night. Fear used to ride shotgun, whispering slow down, turn back. Now it sits quiet in the rear, no longer on attack. Even new roads feel gentle, the unknown doesn't bite, it just opens its head. No sharp edges waiting, no cliffs at the bend, just curve after curve, saying welcome my friend. Even new roads feel gentle, I step without trembling, I move without fight. The path doesn't punish the traveler inside, it simply unfolds in soft morning light. A bridge appears ahead, wooden arrow old. I pause for a breath and let the story be told. One foot then the other, no glance at the drop. The boards hold steady, the river keeps its soft chop. A deer crosses the way, stops, looks, then goes. No alarm in its eyes, no hurry to close. I smile at the meeting, two strangers at peace, both passing through moments that never repeat. I thought the new always carried a sting, a test or a trap or some terrible thing. But today the new arrives wearing quiet grace, a gentle reminder there's still a safe place. Even new roads feel gentle, the horizon doesn't demand I arrive. It just lets me travel, lets moments survive in their own soft rhythm, in their own alive. Even new roads feel gentle, no rush to the end and no fear in the start. Just trust in the motion, the beat of the heart that says keep going, you already are. They said the unknown was a place to avoid, a shadow to cross with your armor deployed. But I've walked enough shadows to know they're just shade, and the light on the other side never fades. Now every first step feels less like a leap, more like remembering something already deep. Inside where the stillness has always been true, saying the road is kind when the walker is too. Even new roads feel gentle, and I don't need to know where they lead. They carry me forward with nothing to plead, just presence and motion and space to breathe. Even new roads feel gentle, through mist and through clear and through twist and through turn. I walk without worry, I walk without burn. The gentleness lives here inside, it returns. New roads feel gentle, and I keep walking. I step from the quiet into the street. Noise rises around me, horns, voices, feet. But the hush I held inside doesn't scatter or flee. It travels with me, steady as my heartbeat. Crowds parting close like water around a stone. I move through the current, never alone. The stillness isn't fragile glass, peace between breaths, the calm that expands. I used to leave peace behind like a coat on the chair. Come back later, hoping it waited there. Now I wear it like invisible truth. It goes where I go, inside me with you. I carry stillness with me through cities that shout, through days that race. It doesn't fight the storm, doesn't hide from the din. It simply remains a quiet within. I carry stillness with me, a small inner room with an open window wide, where the world can roar and the heart can abide, unmoved, untouched, untied. Through rain-streaked glass, conversations swirl, laughter rises and passes. I close my eyes for a breath, feel the seed beneath, and the stillness is there, no effort, no grief. A child across the aisle stares, then smiles soft. I smile back, no words needed, no cost. The moment arrives and departs like a guest, but the calm doesn't leave, it knows how to rest. I thought peace was a place I had to defend, a locked garden I'd lose at the journey's end. Now I see it's the traveler, not the destination, a companion that asks for no explanation. I carry stillness with me like a lantern lit from the inside out. It glows through the dark without making a sound, keeps the flame steady when the wind comes around. I carry stillness with me, not as armor, not as escape from the fray, but as proof that calm can walk in the day. Wherever I wander, wherever I stay. They said you must fight for peace or it flees, that chaos wins unless you grip with your knees. But I've learned the opposite is the truer art. Let go of the grip, let the stillness start. It doesn't resist what the world throws near, it simply includes it without any fear. And so it remains, through arrival, through leaving, a quiet that travels, a quiet believing. I carry stillness with me, and the world can be loud, it can be fast, it can spin, but inside the circle, the quiet begins and never quite ends, never quite ends. I carry stillness with me through borders and hours, through laughter and ache. It doesn't demand silence, it simply won't break. It walks beside me for my own sake. Stillness with me, wherever I go, it stays, it stays. I used to punish the pivot, call it failure in disguise. The old opinion stood like a judge with accusing eyes. If yesterday I believed one thing, fierce and tall, today's different view felt like betrayal, like fall. I'd argue with myself in the mirror at night, defend the old stance with all of my might, afraid that changing meant I was wrong from the start, afraid that the heart had a permanent chart. But the mind isn't stone, it's river and wind. It bends when it needs to, lets old shapes rescind. I change my mind kindly. No whip, no shame, no raised voice inside. I thank the old version for what she could see, then wave her on gently, set the new one free. I change my mind kindly, like leaves turning color without apology. No contract broken, no promise untrue, just growth wearing soft autumn shoes. Yesterday's certainty sits on the shelf like an old book. I open it sometimes, smile at the look of the me who thought she had everything mapped. Now I know maps are sketches and paths can be swapped. A friend asks why I shifted, curious not stern. I say because more light came in and I learned. No defense needed, no proof to present, just the quiet admission I'm different and that's meant. Shame used to follow like a shadow too long. Now it fades faster, I hum a new song. I change my mind kindly. Let the old belief rest in peace, not in chains. It served what it could in its season of rain. Now the sun's in a different place and so am I. I change my mind kindly, with open hands, with no need to win. The heart doesn't argue, it just lets begin again and again and again. They said flip-flopping was weakness, indecision a sin, but staying rigid when the wind has changed in is the real fracture, the real quiet harm. Better to bend kindly, keep the heart unharmed. I forgive the past me for not knowing then. I forgive the now me for not knowing when the next shift will come. And it will, that's the grace. Changes in chaos, it's the kindest face. I change my mind kindly, and the world doesn't end, it just turns the page. No thunderclap judgment, no locked up cage, just space for the new truth, tender with age. I change my mind kindly and stand in the middle of my own evolving grace. No rush to be finished, no need to erase the beautiful mess of becoming this place. Kindly, kindly, I change, I change. Kindly, my mind changes and I stay kind to her, to me. I used to tense when the good days came near. Shoulders up, breath held, waiting for the fear that joy was a guest who'd overstay or disappear. So I'd brace the door, keep one eye on the rear. But today the light hits different, no shadow behind. doesn't duck, doesn't scan for the catch. It just opens wider, ready to match. I thought bracing protected what mattered most, but bracing was armor, and armor is frost. Joy doesn't need guarding, it needs room to land, soft on the skin, warm in the hand. I don't brace for joy anymore, I let it rush in like summer rain through the floor. No clenching my fist, no holding my breath, just arms wide open, inviting the rest. I don't brace for joy anymore, it arrives unannounced and I meet it at the door. Full weight, full color, full volume, full light, no fear of the ending, no dread of the night. I let it stay, I let it stay. A friend calls just to say nothing important at all. We laugh at the small things, let the minutes fall. The sun sets slow and paints everything gold, and I don't look away, don't feel it grow cold. A song on the radio hits exactly right. Tears come easy, but they're soft, they're light. No shame in the feeling, no rush to explain. Joy isn't fragile, it doesn't break in the rain. I used to ration the good life, it might run dry. Now I drink it deep, let the well multiply. Because happiness isn't borrowed or owed, it's here when I stop saying not yet, not whole. I don't brace for joy anymore, I step into it barefoot, straight to the core. No armor, no script, no backup plan drawn, just trust that the moment will carry me on. I don't brace for joy anymore, it flows like a river that's known me before, washing the edges where doubt used to cling, and leaving me cleaner, lighter, still singing. They said joy was dangerous, too bright to breathe, that feeling it fully would bring only grief. But grief comes anyway, whether I brace or release. So why not let joy flood in, at least? Why not let the heart stretch wide in the sun? And if sorrow arrives later, let that one come. But until then I won't flinch or flee. I'll stand in the middle and let myself be. Joy anymore, I welcome it wholly down to the floor. Every laugh line, every tear that might fall, every second of brightness, I take it all. I don't brace for joy anymore, it's not a visitor, it's already here, living inside me year after year. No bracing, no bracing, just joy, just here. I don't brace for joy anymore, it's already home. compass in my hand, no arrow on the map. Just a quiet pool behind the rim, soft like a tap. On the shoulder of the soul, saying this way, come see. Not loud, not urgent, just warm, just free. I turned left where logic said go right. The path narrows, wildflowers crowd the sight, and something inside relaxes its hold, like the body remembers what the mind was told. I used to argue with the feeling, call it vague, demand a reason, make it behave. But reasons are cold, and cold makes me small. Warmth doesn't argue, it simply calls. I follow what feels warm, the glow that lingers when the noise falls away. Not chasing fireworks, not hunting for storm, just stepping toward the light that wants to stay. I follow what feels warm, through doubt, through shadow, through ordinary days. It never shouts, it never performs, it just waits, patient, and leads the way. A wooden bench by the river, sun low and gold. I sit without asking if I should be bold. A stranger smiles, shares half a story. I listen, not fixing, not seeking glory. The warmth spreads slow from chest to palms, like honey moving through open arms. No destination pin, no timeline tight, just this moment saying stay here tonight. The head still whispers, what if you're wrong? But the heart answers softer than we'll belong to whatever comes next, to whatever is true. Warmth doesn't lie, it carries you through. I follow what feels warm, like following firelight home in the dark. No map can hold what the feeling is drawn, no fear can extinguish this small inner spark. I follow what feels warm, and the world doesn't judge where I roam. It opens its arms when I listen, when I come, and I'm never alone, never alone. They said intuition was dangerous, blind, a child's game, a fool's design. But I've walked the cold roads of perfect plans and found only frost in my hands. Now I choose the warmth even when it's small, even when the path makes no sense at all. Because warmth remembers where home really is, not in the answer, but in this. I follow what feels warm and let the rest fall where it may. No need to explain, no need to conform, just trust in the glow to show me the way. I follow what feels warm, through questions, through quiet, through ordinary grace. It leads me back always to this open place, where I belong, where I belong. What feels warm, I follow, I follow. And it's enough. I stopped setting traps for the perfect day. No more checklists pinned to the wall. Now the morning arrives like a guest who forgot to knock, and I smile instead of asking why at all. A butterfly lands on the coffee mug rim. I didn't plan for wings at breakfast time, but here it is, fluttering hello, and I let it stay. No reason, no rhyme. I used to chase the script, rewrite the scene, afraid of the plot twist I couldn't foresee. Now the twist just walks in, takes a seat, and I offer it tea. I let things surprise me, like rain on a clear afternoon, or laughter tide rising from nowhere at all. I don't fight it, I welcome the call. I let things surprise me. No armor, no plan, no demand. The world has its secrets and that's fine by me. I'm just here for the hand it extends. A stranger says something kind on the train. Words land soft, no agenda behind. I used to scan for the catch in the kindness. Now I just nod and let gratitude climb. The path veers left where I thought it went right. A hidden pond reflects unexpected sky. I sit on the bank, feet in the water, and watch the light dance, asking nothing, just why. Surprises and chaos, it's not out of control. It's life saying hello in its own gentle way. And when I stop racing, stop trying to know, the moments arrive brighter each day. I let things surprise me. A flower blooming in cracked concrete ground, or silence that suddenly feels like a song. I don't question, I lean in along. I let things surprise me. The small joys that sneak through the door. No warning, no fanfare, just pure and free. And I'm learning to love them more. I thought protection meant staying the same, but staying the same and missing the flame of wonder that flickers just out of sight, until I say yes to the unexpected night. I let things surprise me, and nothing breaks when I do. The heart expands in the spaces between, where the unplanned can finally come through. I let things surprise me. Open palms, open eyes, open wide. Whatever arrives, I'll meet it with grace, and let the next wonder decide. Surprise me, let it come. I'm ready. No, I'm open. I sit on the edge of the porch as the sky turns pearl. No clock ticking urgent, no list to unfurl. The future arrives not as thunder or flame, but as mist on the meadow, soft and without name. I don't lean forward, straining to see what's ahead. I don't grip the railing, don't fill up with dread. I simply notice the light beginning to spread, and let the next breath carry what hasn't been said. Hope used to feel heavy, a weight on the chest, a thing I had to chase or protect from the rest. Now it rests lighter like dew on a leaf, arriving unforced, ready to leave. I look forward softly, no rush to arrive, no fear it won't come. The horizon is kind when I don't demand, it simply unfolds in the palm of my hand. I look forward softly, with eyes that don't search, with heart that doesn't plead, just open enough for whatever may be, to meet me here gently, to sit down with me. A single star lingers even as morning begins. I watch it without wishing it brighter or dim. It will fade when it's ready, another small wave in the long, gentle sea that carries me forward, that carries me free. Pressure used to twist hope into something sharp, a blade I would wield or a chain on my heart. Now hope is a feather that drifts on the breeze, landing where it lands, resting with ease. I look forward softly, no clenched expectation, no blueprint to force. The future isn't borrowed, it isn't a course, it's only the next quiet step in due course. I look forward softly, and if what arrives is different than planned, I'll greet it the same with an open soft hand. No story rewritten, no dream to defend, just this gentle looking, this gentle friend. They said hope was a fire you must feed or it dies, that looking ahead meant keeping your eyes wide open, vigilant, ready to fight. But I've learned the opposite holds more light. Hope thrives in the soft, in the unhurried gaze, in the pause before sunrise, in the end of the haze. It doesn't require proof or a victory cry, it simply exists when we let it draw nigh. I look forward softly, and the softness itself is the hope I hold dear. No weight, no demand, no shadow of fear, just trust in the turning, the light drawing near. I look forward softly, through whatever tomorrow may quietly bring. I meet it without armor, without anything but this gentle gaze, this gentle wing, this gentle fleet forward. I look, and it's enough. I leave the coat on the hook by the door, the one with the pockets full of reasons before. No shield for the wind, no script for the day, just skin and whatever the morning will say. Feet touch the threshold, cool stone under toes. Heart does a small stutter, then quietly goes. I thought being open would mean being torn, but the air doesn't bite, it just carries me forward. I step outside without armor, and nothing rushes into harm. The sky doesn't judge, the ground doesn't demand. Vulnerability isn't falling, it's standing with open hands. I step outside without armor, and find I was never unarmed. The breeze brushes shoulders that used to tense, waiting for arrows that never made sense. A leaf lands soft on the back of my step outside without armor, and the colors don't burn, they just glow. No proof I'm enough, no battle to win, just being here fully, letting life begin. I step outside without armor, and the strength was the softness within. They told me to guard what was tender and true, that showing it home and losing it too. But today the heart beats louder and quiet, not armored in steel, but alive in the riot of being seen, being felt, being here. Without apology, without fear, I step outside without armor, and the world doesn't flinch or recoil. It leans in a little, like it's been waiting to say, you were always safe, just this way. I step outside without armor, and nothing breaks, just opens a little more. I sit beneath the canopy, back against bark. No book, no phone, no need to mark the time or the task or the weight of the hour. Just watching the gold dance across the floor, each leaf a small sail, catching the light, tilting and turning in the soft afternoon flight. One moment shadow, the next moment gleam, a quiet conversation between tree and beam. I used to chase the sun to keep it from slipping. Now I let it play where it wants, no gripping. Light through moving leaves is the only map I need today. No straight lines, no final place, just patterns that shift and sway. Light through moving leaves teaches the heart how to breathe this way. Open, unhurried, unafraid of change, letting the brightness come and go, come and go. A single ray finds its way to my wrist, warms the skin like a hand I didn't resist. The wind turns the page of the tree overhead, and the light follows, never ahead, never led. I used to think peace was a still pond at dawn, but this trembling glow feels more like home. Alive in motion, never the same twice, yet always arriving, gentle and precise. The leaves don't apologize for their dance, they just move, and the light takes its chance. Light through moving leaves is the mirror I didn't know I was seeking. Every flicker still exists. Light through moving leaves shows me how ease can look like motion. No clinging, no freezing, no need for devotion. Just presence in flux, quiet in ocean. I thought calm and holding everything still, but the tree knows better. It sways with the will of the breeze, of the light of the day as it turns, and nothing is lost when the whole forest burns with soft golden fire that never consumes, only illuminates, only resumes. Light through moving leaves is the lesson I carry inside, that beauty arrives in the spaces between, in the trembling, the shifting, the tide. Light through moving leaves, and I'm part of the pattern now too, letting the glow move across me and through. No resistance, no question, just true. Through moving leaves, the light keeps coming, shifting, staying. And I sit here, letting it. Platform lights fade as the door slides shut. No sprint, no shove, just the seat I was given. Coffee still warm in a paper cup. The city slips behind like it's already forgiven. I watch the blur of buildings turn to green. No countdown ticking in my chest. The timetable doesn't own me anymore. I'm here, and that's enough for the rest. The world keeps turning at its own speed, and for once I'm not trying to lead. Morning trains don't rush me, they carry me gentle, they carry me slow. Windows frame moments I don't have to catch, just let them pass, let them go. Morning trains don't rush me, I'm moving with the day, not ahead or behind. No race to arrive, no fear of the line, just riding the rhythm that's already kind. Fields open up like pages left blank. Sunrise paints gold on the edge of the glass. A child waves from a crossing, small hand in the air. I wave back quiet, no words need to pass. I used to grip the armrest, brace for delay, counting minutes like debts I had to repay. Now the delay is just breathing room, and the tracks keep singing their patient tune. The journey isn't measured in stations alone, it's in the spaces where nothing is on. Morning trains don't rush me, they teach me the art of being alone. The landscape unfolds without asking my plans, and I meet it with nothing but song. Morning trains don't rush me, I lean into the sway, let the motion that standing still meant falling behind. But today the train whispers there's no wrong time, just this breath, this view, this quiet line. Morning trains don't rush me, they remind me the heart has its own pace. No hurry to prove, no need to erase the slowness that holds me in grace. Morning trains don't rush me, and I don't rush them. We move as one, softly onward, on the descent. So don't rush me, don't rush, just moving, just being. I place my hand flat against my ribs and wait for the usual protest. The tight coil that used to live there, the one that whispered not safe yet. But today the fingers made only soft rise and fall. No iron bed, no hidden wall. The breath moves deeper than it has in years, filling corners I forgot were here. I scan for the tension like an old habit, but it's gone quiet. No fight, no rabbit, heart racing to escape, lungs refusing air. Just this calm body saying we're already there. Nothing clenched in my chest, no fists holding tomorrow hostage, no shoulders carrying yesterday's weight, just space, wide, quiet space. Nothing clenched in my chest, the armor dissolved without a sound. And what's left is only this gentle rise, this gentle now. I walk slower, noticing how the feet meet ground. Each step a small permission, no rebound. The throat doesn't close when a feeling arrives, it opens instead like windows in July. A memory surfaces sharp for a second, then softens, floats off like smoke in the wind. No gripping to keep it, no pushing to send. It simply passes and I remain. I used to think release meant something loud, a cry, a collapse, a breaking cloud. But this is quieter than silence itself, a body finally trusting itself. Nothing clenched in my chest, knots unraveled thread by thread. No guard at the gate, no lock on the door, just room for whatever wants to be more. Nothing clenched in my chest, and the heart beats steady, unafraid of joy that might stay, of sorrow that fades. All of it welcome, all of it made. I thought holding on kept me whole, but holding nothing lets the light pour through the hole where fear used to nest. Now only air, and air is enough, more than enough to bear. Nothing clenched in my chest, I can feel the whole sky inside. No edges pressing, no corners to hide, just this open room where the heart can reside. Nothing clenched in my chest, and if something arrives that wants to stay, I'll let it sit here soft in its way. No clenching, just breathing, just being. Everything clenched, just open, just I leave the marked trail without a second glance. No signposts needed, no backward chance. The path narrows, then widens, then disappears in green. And instead of panic, there's only a quiet scene. Feet find their way over roots and stone. Heart doesn't race to claim what's unknown. A wrong turn becomes a longer view of hills I never planned to walk through. I used to measure lost by miles off course, by time spent circling without remorse. But every detour taught me something small, that nowhere is nowhere when you're present at all. Nothing lost when I wander, no piece of me left behind on the way. The map was only ever a suggestion. The real direction lives in the sway of grass against ankle, of light through the trees, of breath that keeps saying keep going, be free. Nothing lost when I wander, I only gain the spaces I didn't know I could see. A stream appears where no stream should be. I follow its song down to a bend I can't see. Sit on a rock, let the water rush past. Time doesn't scold me for lingering at last. A deer lifts its head, meets my eye for a breath, and vanishes soft. No fear, no death, just two beings noticing each other's grace. In the middle of nowhere, in this open place, I thought getting lost meant failing the plan. Now I see the plan was never the span of straight lines and endings. It was always the bend, the curve that invites me to start over again. Nothing lost when I wander, the pieces I carry just rearrange in quieter patterns and softer exchange, with wind and with wonder, with light and with change. Nothing lost when I wander, I arrive at myself in the long slow return. No hurry to find what I thought I should earn. Just here and the world still turns. They said wanderers waste what they could have kept, that straight roads are safer, that focus is kept. But I've walked the straight roads and found only dust, while the winding ones taught me how much I can trust. The ground beneath, the sky overhead, the way every step says you're not misled. You're simply becoming the one who can hold the beauty of nowhere without needing gold. Nothing lost when I wander, every turn is a gift I didn't foresee. Every pause is a place where the heart can agree that home isn't fixed, it moves with me. Nothing lost when I wander, I carry the stillness, I carry the spark, through forests and fields, through light and through dark. And nothing is missing, nothing is marked. Wander, wander, and I'm whole, and I'm whole, and I'm whole. Everything lost when I wander, the path keeps opening, and I keep walking. I sit on the bench at the edge of the square. A woman feeds pigeons, they gather like prayer. She doesn't look up, but the birds understand the small ceremony of an open hand. A child runs past, chasing a runaway leaf, laughs when it escapes, then laughs at the grief. Life doesn't lecture, it just lets the scene play, and I overhear quietly conversations shouted from the sky. Just these side conversations drifting by. Side conversations with life, whispered in glances, in pauses in light. A stranger's half smile, a leaf on the path, a moment that lingers, no aftermath. Side conversations with life, they don't demand answers, they don't ask for more. They simply arrive at the open door and stay long enough to be sure. An old man nods at the sky as if greeting a friend. The cloud shifts shape, no beginning, no end. I catch the exchange, their silent hello, and feel something loosen I didn't know. The barista remembers my name without trying, hands me the cup like a small act of flying. No fanfare, no speech, just the warmth of the brew, saying quietly, I see you. These aren't headlines, no thunder, no call, just life leaning in, casual and small. Side conversations with life, in the way the wind moves through an open sleeve. In the dog that looks up, tail starting to weave. In the sudden quiet, when the crowd takes its leave. Side conversations with life, they teach without teaching, they show without show. The beauty is hidden where no one would go, looking for lessons, just letting them grow. I used to wait for the voice from above, the booming instruction, the sign of love. But love arrives softer in fragments and sighs, in glances exchanged under ordinary skies. In the way a stranger holds space for your grief, without saying a word, offering relief. Side conversations with life are the truest ones spoken, the ones that don't end. They circle back gently, like an old friend, saying you're still here and that's more than enough. Side conversations with life, in the pause between words, in the breath after laugh, in the small recognitions that cut through the half and remind me connection is already here. Side conversations with life, they keep happening, and I keep listening. There's no announcement, no fanfare at the gate, just the quiet click when something shifts its weight. The walls I built from yesterday's small wars are softening now, like frost under morning stars. I didn't force the door, I didn't even knock. It simply noticed I had learned to stop. Softly the world opens, like a hand that's tired of holding tight. No rush of color, no sudden blinding light, just space appearing where the fear used to fight. Softly the world opens tonight. I walk the same street, but the edges feel blurred. The buildings leaning like they're listening, not heard. A A stranger's half smile doesn't ask for my name. It just passes through, gentle as rain. I used to collect reasons to stay closed and small. Now the reasons dissolve and there's nothing at all. Softly the world opens, like lungs remembering how to fill. No grand invitation, no test of will, just invitation written on the sill. Softly, softly the world opens still. I thought openness would roar like a wave, or arrive in thunder. I'd have to be brave, but it's quieter than silence, softer than prayer. A slow unfurling that was always there. Softly the word opens, and I don't have to run to meet it halfway. I stand right here and let the moment stay. No armor needed for whatever comes this way. Softly, softly, the world opens, the world opens, and I let it. Softly, the world opens, and I'm already inside. No warden, just the sound of breeze and distant birds carrying the last note away, ready to lead into the next track's vulnerability. I woke to no alarm, just light on the wall. The usual way decided not to call. Windows open wider than they used to be. Breath comes slower now, and it's finding me. No list in my pocket, no hurry to chase. Just the sound of my own heart finding its place. The air feels wider today, like the sky remembered my name. No edges pressing in, no shadow to fight, just room to stand in the light. The air feels wider today. I walk past the same gate, but it doesn't confine. The path keeps unfolding, one breath at a time. Leaves turn like pages I don't need to read. Everything's speaking, but nothing's in need. Curiosity knocks, but it doesn't demand. It just sits Come floating in gently or quietly stay. I don't have to know, I just get to be. The air feels wider. The air feels wider. The air feels wider today. And I'm still here, breathing it in, whatever comes next. I wake and the light is already here. No invoice, no contract, no need to appear qualified, worthy, or ready to start. It just pours through the curtain, warming the heart. No voice in my head asking what I've achieved. No tally of hours I still have to give. The day simply arrives, unannounced and plain, and I meet it the same. No defense, no claim. I used to rehearse my right to exist. Now the rehearsal is over. The stage is just this. The day doesn't demand proof, no performance required, no test to pass. It doesn't check credentials or count the cost. It just lets me be here, however soft. The day doesn't demand proof. I can stand in the middle of ordinary light, breathing, blinking, taking up space, and that's already right. I walk without purpose down the same old street. No destination pinned to my feet. A dog looks up, tail moving slow. I nod hello, no explanation, no. The sky doesn't ask why I'm quiet today. The trees don't require a resume. They simply stand and I stand beside. Existing together, no need to decide. I thought being meant to improving, becoming, but being is quieter, simply humming. The day doesn't demand proof, no scoreboard lighting up the score, no judge in the corner keeping track of all the ways I fall short or lack. The day doesn't demand proof. I'm allowed to be unfinished, unclear, halfway through nothing, nowhere near, and still completely here. They told me worth was earned in sweat and time. The rest was lazy, stillness a crime. But the sun rises anyway, no permission slip, and the moon shows up later without a script. Maybe I can too, just show up, just stay, without a reason, without a display. The day doesn't demand proof, and hours unfold without a frame. No signature needed, no one to blame. The day doesn't demand proof. I exist in the quiet between the doing, and that quiet is holy, that quiet is true. I'm here and that will do. Proof, just presence, just this day, existing. I used to push against the current, arms burning red. A weight frozen on the bank, convinced the river was dead. Either all my strength or none at all. No middle ground, just rise or fall. Then one day I stepped in, not fighting, not still, just moving with the water, letting it fill around my legs, around my waist, around my chest, and noticed the river was helping the rest. It doesn't carry me whole, doesn't leave me behind. It meets the motion I bring, patient, kind. The world meets me halfway. I take one step, it takes one too. No need to drag it, no need to pursue, just effort and ease in the same soft hue. The world meets me halfway. A hand reaches back when mine is out. Not because I earned it, not because I shout, but because we're both here, moving about halfway. We meet in the now. I speak a quiet truth into the morning air, and the day answers not with thunder but care. A door stays open a little longer than planned. A stranger's kindness arrives right on hand. I offer my small yes to what feels alive, and life says yes back. No struggle, no strive, not magic, not fate, just simple reply. When I show up gentle, the gentle comes by. I don't have to force the bloom or beg for the rain. I plant the seed, the sun does the same. The world meets me halfway. I lift my face, the light lifts too. I breathe out fear, the fear breathes through. We share the weight, we share the view. The world meets me halfway. No more all or nothing, no more alone. Just reciprocal rhythm, a mutual tone. I give what I can, it gives what it's grown. Halfway, we're already home. They told me the world was indifferent or cruel, that I had to conquer or play the fool. But indifference fades when I stop demanding more, and cruelty softens when I stop keeping score. Now I offer my peace, small, honest, true, and the universe answers. I see the whole way.